The weather can be fickle at the best of times, especially when you're up the hills. And if you waited for the perfect day, then you could be waiting a long time. Sometimes you just have to pull on your big boy pants and get on out there and make the most of it. And this day was a little like that. The winds are pretty brutal, so... Hello! So you join me on a walk again, and today we're on Movavi, and the weather so far so good. The forecast is for rain and lots of it. In fact, there should be rain right now. So this is a pleasant boost, and if I knew it was going to be like this early on, I would have set off earlier for sure. But yeah, so it's supposed to be lots of rain and wind, quite strong wind, so we'll see what like it is once we get higher up. And yeah, there's going to be some poor visibility, but I imagine it's still going to be a lovely day. So I'm just right at the start at the moment, and just left the car park, go through the woods for a wee bit before we come out into the clearing. So maybe catch you again round about there. Okay, so hope you can hear me. That's me through the trees, and now through the trees you can feel the wind's definitely picked up, and the path so far has just been a nice kind of gradual incline. But things are about to change, I'm just going to show you. And that's, I kind of cut up here and then right up the ridge to the top. Can't believe it's still dry. As I say, hopefully that lasts, but can't see it. The summit's shrouded in cloud at the minute, and it's quite dark and ominous looking, so put the camera away and concentrate on the hard work. Might as well enjoy the views here at the moment because I was going to say because the summit is clogged in, but it looks kind of clear at the moment. That'll probably be quite a change in the picture, I would imagine. Yeah, lovely day so far. Don't know if you can hear me, but that's me approaching the top of the ridge, and as you probably gathered, the wind is strong. As you can see, once on the ridge, and especially the exposed parts of the ridge, the wind was somewhat stronger, and it certainly made progress a lot more difficult, and in some cases, especially when there was a strong gust, it was enough to push you back a little or push you to the side. That was tough going. The wind was
quite brutal in places, and most of the time it was in your face or coming across. So yeah, it's quite steep going there, but with the wind it just made it even worse. So it's nice to get a wee bit of shelter in this bit here. Get a wee breather for a wee bit. Yeah. Whew. But glad to say there's still no sign of that rain. So here's hoping that lasts and the visibility is pretty good. Might change a wee bit when we get up towards the summit of Ben Withers. Yeah, all things considered, pretty good. Right, the winds are pretty brutal, so I've hunkered down in this wee shelter bit. I put on my gloves and I'm going to head towards the summit of Ben Withers, but I'll see what like it is because the wind is quite brutal. Go down a wee dip here and see if we can get a bit of shelter from the winds and make a decision there. Yeah, the wind's not quite as bad here, getting a wee bit of shelter. Still quite strong winds, but not as bad as it was back there for sure. So I think it's just going to be a case of get up to the summit, put my hand down and get out. I was maybe going to take it at some of the other tops here, but nah. I'll just get to the summit, call it a day, get back down. That'll be enough of a challenge for one day. In the shelter here for a little moment anyway. But still some nice banks of snow over on the east side of the mountain there. Some drifts, but we're nearly at the summit now. There's the last wee bit to go. See, watching the way of a view. Well, not too bad. Out to the east side, you got a little bit. Certainly, looking west, it's not much to see. And that's just kind of came out in the last 5-10 minutes. Hey, bit of a gust. there's a little bit of drizzle here at the moment, but we can certainly live with that. I'm not going to hang around. I am just going to head back, get down at the worst of the wind, maybe get somewhere a wee bit of shelter to get something to eat. Yeah. Let's go.
While making my way back along the plateau of Movavi, I had to lean into the wind quite a bit just to keep me upright. And you may be able to see that my jacket's certainly puffed out with the wind. So yeah, it was certainly a pleasure to get back down out of that strong winds when I came down the ridge on the other side.
So I'm back down out of the strong winds, and it's been a kind of constant drizzle since I started coming off the summit, so that's good. There's nothing heavier, and I probably missed, well, I have missed the worst of it, or the most of it, so that's a boost. And we're just coming on the last of the kind of the climb or the descent, really. That's going to get down and down towards the wee burn, kind of gently undulating, gently descending all the way back to the car park. So that's the worst of it done. Then I'll get back to the car and get a nice warm drink and something to eat. So that's me back at the car. Yeah, I was going to talk a wee bit about the conditions. The wind was as bad as what was forecast. The rain, thankfully, didn't come until after I was coming down the hill. A wee bit drizzle to start with, but turned to rain like about halfway down, and it's quite heavy and steady now. So I got lucky with the rain. Yeah, the wind was quite a challenge. Maybe some people are wondering, you know, why you get in conditions like that. And there was a time when I wouldn't have gone out in conditions like that. But what I've discovered is that sometimes when you get back from being out in conditions like that, it's, in a funny way, it's more rewarding. You seem to get more out of it. I think it's just overcoming the challenge. And when you get back down, your pint or your cup of coffee or whatever it is tastes all, you know, a lot nicer, if you like. So yeah, there is something rewarding about being out in conditions like that. Of course, I would like to be out in wonderful, lovely conditions, but you don't always get them in Scotland, that's for sure. But yeah, it's important when you're out in these kind of conditions that you know, you've got the right gear with you. I had my waterproofs on today from the moment I left the car, even though I could see it was, it was dry, but I didn't expect it to remain dry. In fact, I expected the rain to come on a lot sooner than it did. And I was getting quite warm at one point, and I'd opened the vents in my trousers and my jacket because I didn't want to take them off, because I thought the rain's going to be coming and I'll just have to put them back on again. But once you got up and you had the wind, the waterproofs make a nice wind break. And then when we did get the rain, of course, the waterproofs came into their own. But the wind can chill you. Probably everybody aware that the wind chill. But the rain, getting wet, will get you cold far quicker than the wind. But the two of them combined together, and you haven't got the right gear, and you're up at the top of the mountain, you can get very cold very quickly. So important that you know what the weather conditions are going to be like, and you've got the right gear to deal with those conditions. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting on, and going to have myself a hot drink and something to eat, and then head back home. So thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.